here with another video where I share my thoughts and opinions on someone or something going on in this wacky weird wrestling world. As you can tell by the title below, this one will be one where I share my thoughts on the gold standard in Shelton Benjamin. Before I share my thoughts and opinions on him, would love to know what yours are on Shelton Benjamin down in the comments below. Do you like him? Do you not? Why not? Would love to know down in the comments below. And the first time I ever heard / seen of Shelton Benjamin was, I want to say, I might be wrong about the time, but it was like the spring summer time period of 2004 up in Canada. Back then we had, I don't know for sure if we still have it or if it's on like the network kind of deal, but there was a show called the WWE Experience, would air from in Ontario from 11 till noon, showing what happened, the big stuff that happened on Raw and SmackDown the previous week. As a SmackDown kid, I knew what was going on, but as somebody who did not watch Raw, I would watch that show just to see or at least have an idea of what was going on. And that's how I first seen Shelton Benjamin. I don't remember, I think it was a match, maybe it was, it might have been a promo, something to do with Chris Jericho. I think I might be misremembering for a different time period, but it was give or take that time period either way on the WWE Experience. And then I remember seeing matches throughout the rest of the year through the WWE Experience, and eventually a little bit of Raw, a little bit of SmackDown when school was out for the summer. And the more that I seen him, it's like, man, I wish this guy was doing this stuff on SmackDown at that time, Thursday nights, because again, I was a SmackDown kid. So needless to say, I was pretty gosh darn impressed. I don't remember him talking on the mic that often, but like him strictly bell to bell. Really athletic, and some of my favorites at that time on SmackDown were pretty athletic. But yeah, as the years followed, I truly appreciated what he was able to do in the ring. And as I'm older now, I'm into my 30s nowadays, and being able to see him be, whenever he was on TV, whether it was WWE, Ring of Honor, back to WWE, AEW nowadays, he's always been, I mean this in the best way possible, always been really consistent in the ring. Like if you're getting a Shelton Benjamin match, you're gonna get a good one. Maybe not so much, or as much I should say, during his run in Ring of Honor, but I think that's more of an ROH thing, just based off my memory, than a Shelton Benjamin thing. I could be wrong about that, but when it comes to Shelton Benjamin, I think he'll go down, especially in his WWE run, as a guy that was really good but also underappreciated. And I think nowadays, maybe not nowadays, but since joining AEW, I think people are either really appreciative of it or at least vocalizing it more on social media, giving him his flowers as he should, kind of deal. And when it comes to Shelton Benjamin, I don't know for sure what his ceiling within AEW is when it comes to championship matches, or championships in those championship matches, but he is one of those guys where I, as a fan, if I'm 50-50 on watching Dynamite, it's like, oh, should I watch Dynamite or Survivor? If I know that Shelton Benjamin's going to be on, it's like, might watch Dynamite just for that Shelton Benjamin match kind of deal. Again, that could be because I grew up watching him and have that sentimental fuzzy feeling by watching him, reminding me of my childhood, so to speak. Or he could just be a phenomenal wrestler, pro wrestler kind of deal. When it comes to matches, I might be a little bit biased for this, but I expect really good, really solid matches. And him, I don't want to put invisible pressure on a guy I don't know, and I have no idea what his contract looks like, nor should I. But it's one of those things where if I was a wrestler, a younger one, kind of deal, whether it's an experience or an age. I would pick the ever living sugar honey iced tea out of his brain. I would request having a bunch of matches with him where I could, on TV, hypothetically, whether it's like Dynamite Collision, the other show that they have, Ring of Honor TV, where I could hypothetically learn from him in real time as it's happening, kind of deal. That's what, as a non-wrestler who's just a wrestling fan, that's what I would have loved to do, hypothetically, kind of deal. I don't know for sure. Outside looking in, he seems like the kind of guy that's willing to teach if somebody's willing to ask. Don't know him personally, and whatnot, but yeah, that's kind of my expectation. Maybe not any singles championships. It would be cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't have this AEW World Champion Shelton Benjamin or bust kind of deal. But it's one of those things where I expect really good, really solid matches from him. And whatnot, regardless of it's for a championship, regardless if it's only a 5-minute thing on, I think it's Rampage. I don't know, I don't have TSN Plus. But yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on Shelton Benjamin. Would love to know what yours are on him and what you want or expect of his time in AEW. Would be greatly appreciated by yours truly. Hope you guys are doing as well as possible mentally, emotionally, and physically.